Hi, this is Mike from thesubstream.com, and this is Watch Instead for the week ending Friday, the 21st of January. And can I just say I love the fact that every Friday this month so far has been a multiple of 7. What we usually do with Watch Instead is we take a new movie that came out, and we hold it up and we say, hey, there's this new movie that came out, and then we take a bucket, this little silver bucket, a word bucket with my face on it, and we pour hot, microwaved shit juice on the movie. And we say, you're so gross. And then we tell you what to watch instead of that thing that has shit juice on it. But sometimes they only release one movie and you can hope that it's gonna be bad so that I'll have something to pour shit juice on it. But sometimes it's actually kind of good. We're not going to do that. We're not going to recommend something else because the thing that we saw, somehow the romantic comedy with two famous, young, attractive people, one of them being Ashton Kutcher. Somehow that movie ends up being pretty good. Somehow. Somehow No Strings Attached is worth seeing. And somehow it's not just worth seeing, somehow it's actually worth recommending to other people. Two beautiful people with the perfect nose and stuff, where their lips are like big, meet each other and they fall in love with some difficulty. And there's some crying, and there's some kissing, and there's some pumping, and there's a lot of crying and running away, and there's a lot of like, should I answer this call? She's broke my heart before. That being said, somehow it includes all that stuff and still works and is worth watching. And that is down to a couple of things. That's down to a hugely sharp, very clever, and literally, shockingly, surprisingly grown-up script by Elizabeth Merriweather. It's down to old-fashioned, kind of unfussy, hands-off direction from the old pro Canadian Ivan Reitman. And it's down hugely, massively, due to the fact that the filmmakers, including Natalie Portman, who's one of the executive producers, were smart enough to surround the incredibly attractive, talented couple at the heart of the movie, Ashton Kutcher and Natalie Portman, with a bunch of really, really, really talented, really funny actresses. People like Mindy Kaling, Lake Bell, Olivia Thirlby, and the super, 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 super great Greta Gerwig. And Kevin Kline's in it too, and he's funny. It's just snarky enough, just sarcastic enough, just mean enough and harsh enough when it has to be that it counters the inherent saccharineness of somebody like Ashton Kutcher, who is really good, but if he's used in the wrong way, like he is in movies like The Killers and Valentine's Day, can just kind of like be, whoa, dude! Your sheer smile power and boyfriendness is overpowering me like a fart in a small car. The filmmakers recognize this and surround this kind of goofy, incredibly handsome, hangdog, lovey-dovey dude with a bunch of sarcastic, funny weirdos that make the movie really work. And they make it work because, weirdly enough, what Ashton Kutcher is able to contribute to this super snarky movie actually makes the whole thing pretty good somehow. I don't know. I never thought in my life I would be recommending a romantic comedy starring Ashton Kutcher, but I am wholeheartedly. It's proof that if you approach a movie like your audience is smart and grown up, and that they'll get jokes, and if you cast people like Mindy Kaling, who's incredibly funny and has got an incredible personality, but isn't somebody like Jennifer Garner, your audience won't run away. It's an act of kind of weird, semi-big budget cinematic trust where they're saying, can you handle this, audience? Every other movie thinks you're retarded, but we're gonna give you a little bit of credit and offer you a grown-up movie that you can go and see. These romantic comedies don't have to be compromises. They don't have to be idiotic. They can be trusting, they can be kind of grown-up, and they can be really funny, and yeah, really, I guess, kind of like romantic and have a nice story where you go out to cry at the end. So go see No Strings Attached instead of whatever else you were gonna do this weekend.